Coming up on Torrance Today, the season of giving is here and the Volunteer Center is collecting canned goods for those in need. Construction is nearing completion at one of the busiest intersections in our city. And Thanksgiving is just 1 week away. We have the details on this year's 42nd annual Turkey Trot. All this and more coming up right now on Torrance Today. Welcome to Torrance Today. I'm Lauren LaBruna. It's 4 p.m. on Thursday, November 17th. I hope your week is going well so far. Thank you so much for joining us. Here is our first story. Thanksgiving is just 1 week away, and the Volunteer Center South Bay, Harbor, Long Beach is hosting a Day of Giving food drive today. The event started just an hour ago and goes until 7 p.m. tonight. You can drive through and donate shelf-stable foods such as beans, cereal, canned or packaged fruit, granola, peanut butter and jelly, oatmeal, and rice. You can also stay and participate in family-friendly volunteer activity stations featuring refreshments and prizes. This is the perfect opportunity to give back before we give thanks. The Volunteer Center is located at 1230 Cravens Avenue. The Torrance Rose Float Association needs volunteers to help put together its latest creation. If you're interested, come on out to the council chamber at 7 p.m. The organization will host a meeting where you can learn more about how you can help decorate the 2023 float. This year's Rose Parade theme is Turning the Corner, highlighting the love of nature. The float was designed by West High student Ruth Pinchin, who says, quote, "Each change is an opportunity to explore yourself in a new way." You don't need to live in Torrance to participate as a volunteer, but you do need to be a member. For more information, visit torrancerosefloat.org. Construction is wrapping up at one of the busiest intersections in Torrance. The Pacific Coast Highway at Hawthorne Intersection Improvement Project is in the final stretch. Last week, the city's contractor completed installing traffic loops on both streets, and this week, the contractor will continue to pour the pavement, install signs, and clean up landscaping. While 24/7 lane closures are in place to allow 2 through lanes and 1 left turn lane in each direction at all times, all lanes of traffic are expected to be open by Thanksgiving. Do you have electronics that you need to get rid of but don't know how to? Well, the City of Torrance is hosting a free recycling event this Saturday. The free paper shredding and electronic waste recycling event begins at 8 a.m. at the City Hall parking lot near the Torrance Courthouse by Maple Avenue. You can bring up to 8 boxes or bags of paper to shred per car. Accepted electronics include cell phones, monitors, small appliances, and televisions. Please do not bring hazardous waste such as batteries, glues, medications, and paints. According to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, recycling electronics helps reduce pollution that would be generated while manufacturing a new product. The event lasts until noon, and city staff look forward to helping you declutter as much as possible. Another free recycling event will take place on the same day, less than 3 miles away at O'Reilly Auto Parts. You can exchange used oil or used filters for a free oil change kit and a free oil filter. Used oil must be properly stored in a clean, uncontaminated container, and there is a limit of 5 gallons. Recycled oil filters are crushed into small pieces and heated in order to remove any remaining oil, which is collected and recycled. The filters are then shredded and sold as scrap metal. Stop by the oil recycling event on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at O'Reilly Auto Parts, located at 4900 West 190th Street. The Western Museum of Flight will host another installment of its Celebrity Lecture Series this weekend. This time, the theme is 2 exotic birds and the man who flew them. You'll hear the story of aviator Jim J.B. Brown, Vice President and CEO of the National Test Pilot School. He flew Lockheed Martin's F-117 Nighthawk and F-22 Raptor that represent advancement in stealth technology over the last 4 decades. One plane began combat in Desert Storm, and the other helps to maintain American dominance of any combat airspace. The lecture is free for museum members and $10 for non-members. It begins this Saturday at 11 a.m. at the Western Museum of Flight located at 3315 Airport Drive. El Camino College presents a free concert by the United States Air Force Band this weekend. The concert will feature the Airmen of Note, the United States Air Force's premier jazz ensemble. The Airmen of Note was established in 1950 to continue the tradition of Major Glenn Miller's Army Air Force's dance band. The current band includes 18 active duty airmen, musicians, and 1 vocalist. Over the years, the group has presented its own form of big band jazz around the world. Airmen of Note honor those who have served and work to inspire Americans to heightened patriotism and service, all while positively impacting the global community on behalf of the U.S. Air Force and our country. The concert takes place on Sunday, November 20th at 3 p.m. And although it's free, tickets are still required. You can grab one at centerforthearts.org. This Sunday is World Children's Day, and Dig at Torrance is celebrating. For every ticket sold this Sunday, the small business will donate $1 to Community Child, a nonprofit committed to providing homeless women and infants healthy alternatives to abuse, addictions, and poverty. Dig It is an 8,000 square foot interactive indoor construction-themed kids area at the outdoor portion of the Del Amo Fashion Center across from Outback Steakhouse. It allows children to explore and build the community around them through play. Kids can build, dig, climb, create, and even pilot a mechanical arm or try a full-size digger. Make sure to book your ticket on Sunday, November 20th. Just visit digattorrance.com. Thanksgiving is quickly approaching, which means the 42nd annual Harry Sutter Memorial Turkey Trot is almost here. The city's Community Services Department invites you and your family to participate in the annual 3-mile run starting at 8 a.m. on Thanksgiving morning, rain or shine. Each registered participant receives a Turkey Trot t-shirt, and after the trot, winners will be drawn for a range of prizes including mountain bikes, dinner vouchers, gym memberships, and more. Tomorrow is the last day for regular registration. Prices jump another $5 next week. Visit torranceca.gov/turkeytrot to sign up, and happy trotting. As we head into the weekend, be sure to catch the latest episodes of Weekends in Torrance. On Friday, learn about former City Council member Jack Walser and his contributions to our city over the years. Then take a look back at Veterans Community Thanksgiving last year, hosted by El Camino College. And on Sunday, meet the city's new Deputy City Treasurer, Jasmine Allen. All this beginning at 4 p.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right here on Torrance City Cable. Still ahead, it's Theater Thursday, and we'll introduce you to one of this year's Excellence in Arts winners who let his talent shine through at the Torrance Theater Company, when we come back in 60 seconds.
In 4 days.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children. She didn't know what to do.
Did you have a good day at school?
She gave them some broth without any bread.
There you go.
And kissed them all soundly.
Night night.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
At the end of every episode of Torrance Today, we want to share a positive story that fits the theme for the day. On this Theater Thursday, we introduce you to Garrett Engel, recent winner of the 2022 Excellence in Arts Award for Drama and Theater Arts. He shares how the past few years have been a challenge as an artist and says he's grateful for the opportunity to continue honing his craft at the Torrance Theater Company.
COVID sort of like dismembered the industry, and it was wonderful. One of the first groups that was up and running out of that was the Torrance Theater Company. I did a show with them in March called The Legend of Georgia McBride, and the day after that was over, I went into Addams Family, which was their big summer show. So I did about 6 months straight with the Torrance Theater Company, and it was such a joy. So these were my first big theatrical things out of COVID. It was a surreal moment, because when they first talked to me about it, I was like, no, there's no way. Because, you put a lot into it, especially when something gets taken away from you for an extended period of time. I put my all into these shows, and for there to be a recognition at the end of that I didn't even know was something to be recognized from was just like the cherry on top of a wonderful and beautiful memory. Without smaller scale theaters like the Torrance Theater Company's actual campus, or without their larger venues like the Armstrong next to us, communities don't get immediate exposure to live entertainment. Everyone can go on Netflix, everyone can go on YouTube or Hulu and see a different type of arts, but there's magic in something live and something in person and watching people create and creating for an audience, and that inspires. And the Torrance Theater Company and the City of Torrance are creating a lot of magic.
Congratulations to you, Garrett. You can watch more from the 44th Annual Excellence in Arts Awards on upcoming episodes of Weekends in Torrance. Well, that's our show for today. Let us know if you have a positive story to tell by emailing us at torrancetoday@torranceca.gov. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here on Monday with more news from and for our Torrance community. Have a great weekend.